The key thing is the Land Reform Act. And after the Land Reforms Act, all the Keralites get a piece of land as their own. And the stay of eviction ordinance in 1957, EMS was heading the government at that time, and they passed an ordinance first, and then it make act in the legislature that no one should be evicted from their own lands. That's a milestone. That was a milestone. And we give importance to the public hospitals or public health system, and we give importance to the public education system. Now in Kerala, we have public education institutions in each and every village, lower primary, upper primary. In a panchayat, we have even one high school and higher secondary in government sector, either government or aided school. So it is very decentralized method of education. That is why Kerala can achieve the 100% literacy. In the same manner, the 1957 government, left government, decided to have public health centers in each and every panchayat. So the distribution of public health system throughout the state, that also improved the health system in Kerala. In 2016, the LDF government came to power. I was also a minister in that cabinet, holding the portfolio of health, social justice, women and children. And our chief minister said, our cabinet decided that Kerala should have to improve the health, education, and all other public systems according to the technology development. We are not satisfied that we have public schools in every village, we have public hospitals in every village, but our chief minister said that we should have to improve the hospital and schools according to the contemporary development in the technology. So, but we have no money. We are not getting money from the center. So, we decided to have an alternative. We have a project called KIFB, Kerala Infrastructure Fund Scheme, Fund Board. That infrastructure fund board was there previously there in the period of UDF government also, but they didn't act according to that. But during the LDF government, our government decided to take long-term loans from some sources and to remit it in the infrastructure development scheme. So we took loans from other parts, the off-budget borrowing, we can say so. So first we decided to give 50,000 crores of rupees to develop the infrastructure, but when started we cannot stop it. We give loan funds to all hospitals, schools, and for water supply, everything. And now we give administrative sanction to 90,000 crores of rupees through KIFBI. So our hospitals have improved a lot. While I was minister, we developed some projects known as we converted the primary health center to family health center. We developed the hospital infrastructure a lot. Not only infrastructure but also clinical practices also improved. We decentralized the clinical practices, the specialty things to district level. Previously, the super specialties called cardiology, nephrology, and neurology was only in the medical college. But at that time, our government decided to decentralize it to district level also. We had supplied cath labs to all district hospitals. And the neuro part also, we appointed neurologists to district hospital, and we have stroke unit there. I am not explaining everything. And very good laboratories and very good operation theatres, modular operation theatres in district hospitals and taluk hospitals. Can you imagine? We cannot compare this to any other states in India, you know. We compare with the medical colleges. Our district hospitals, we can compare with the medical colleges in the Bihar or Uttar Pradesh. And that way, we are helping the poor people. They are getting good treatment in their places itself. So they can save some money save the out of pocket expenditure. The difficult thing was the out of pocket expenditure for the treatment. So, a middle class family, how can they afford the treatment? Only by supplying the specialities in the government sector. So, through the loans from this KIFBI, we improved our health system a lot, and we achieved a very good thing during 2016 to 20. One example, we decided to reduce the child mortality rate. Previously, in 2016, our child mortality rate was 12 out of 1000 live birth. That was the lowest in India. But yet, we decided to reduce it more, and we have some projects on that. We decided to improve the delivery points, and we have some other projects for helping the pregnant woman and examining them properly. And at last, 2020 December, when we examined, the child mortality rate reduced to 5 out of 1000 live birth. That was a fantastic achievement. We got some awards from central government. Similarly, maternal mortality rate we reduced from 67. 2016 it was 67 out of 1 lakh birth, but we reduced it to 19. 2020, when we examined, it reduced to 19. That was also a fantastic achievement. Central government gave us two awards at that time. One is to reduce child mortality rate below 70. That was the slogan of United Nations. So all the countries should reduce maternal mortality rate to below 70. But ours is 67 at that time, while that declaration come from UN. I explained this to show how different Kerala is thinking. What is the Kerala model? It is different. We can suggest so many things, point out so many things like that. In 1980s, we started decentralization, district council. At that time itself, we started to having the reservation for women, etc. The idea started at that time itself. 1990, we started the total literacy program, and some person ridiculed us. Oh, you are going to teach the old age people above 90, they are going to die, and you are trying to teach them. But it is not like that. When the total literacy mission started, the poor people came to educate. That developed their enthusiasm. The old men and women were saying that, oh, now we can read the documents before signing it, the land documents, etc. But they studied. And we continued that project as a continuous education. In Kerala, continuous education is there. The fourth class equal, and the seventh class equal exam, and 10th equal exam. So many people are studying the parallel education through the parallel education system in Kerala. So the youth, when go to other countries or Gulf countries, etc., they are passing 10th standard and having a certificate, and they are getting a better placement there. So I'm not explaining this thing. Our Kudumbasri is also a milestone. Now the whole world is looking at the Kudumbasri. We started the Kudumbasri to escape or save the woman from this some private banks who are siphoning the money from the poor people. And we started some self-help group under the leadership of government. And the Kudumbasri is now a big and huge project under the leadership of government. And the women, they are becoming self-sufficient, or their financial empowerment is happening through Kudumbasri. They have so many kinds of entrepreneurship under Kudumbasri. You can, so all this kind of parallel thing or alternative thing, Kerala is developing a socialist mode of society through this alternative administration. So that become Kerala model. But what is the central government doing? I am saying that thing only. Central government is now trying to dismantle all these things, because the KIFBI loan, through KIFBI loan, we have a very good infrastructure development in Kerala, but they are counting this KIFBI loan, the off budget borrowing, to decide our borrowing limit. Central government is not implementing themselves that. because for this Jal Jeevan mission, the central government share is not from the treasury, central treasury. It is coming from off-budget borrowing. Central government is also borrowing huge amount of money from other sources, but they are not counting that borrowing to the limit of the borrowing. But in Kerala, they are insisting, or they are compelling us to show this money also, and they are counting this money for the limit of our borrowing, and they are decreasing the limit of the borrowing. So they are not the democratic way. They are implementing. They are not implementing the democratic federalism. Now we are struggling, or we have so many strikes against that. Even in Delhi, we go to Delhi. Our chief minister, ministers, and MLAs went to Delhi last time to have a strike there and raise slogans there. We included in our political tactical line these things, and we are discussing about it now. Yesterday, most of the comrades, delegates discussed about the characteristic of BJP government in India. In our political report, we point out that this government is the neo-fascistic government, fascistic characteristic. They are showing that. Someone asked, "Why are you not mention that this is a fascist government?" They are showing fascistic characteristic. Or you mentioned this under this thing, all the fascistic characteristic. But if fascism come totally, we cannot speak. There will be no library or no newspapers, no media. Everything will, every this kind of democratic things will stop all of a sudden if fascism is complete. They got the complete hold of our country. They will implement fascism definitely, just like the Hitler's rule in 1930s in Germany, or Mussolini's rule in Italy. We have in history what is fascism. We have examples in history what is you. We are thinking about the Auschwitz in Germany, how the Jews are sent to the Auschwitz and killed. Genocide happened there. That same genocide will happen here if BJP strengthen most. Now they are trying to do that. All the symbols are like that, fascistic characteristic. I think you all know, and in these days in Kerala, a film was produced by Prithviraj. And in that film, that incident in Gujarat riots in 2002, they showed that riots. We all remember that all the newspapers and all the television channels covered that right in 2002. The same thing, the incident, the pictures, the videos, everything showed how in that Naroda Patia these things happened. They run behind the woman. How many girls were raped? The Bilkis Banu is one of the example, and even the small children were attacked brutally, and we saw how brutal things had happened there. But in a cinema, that is pointed out by this Prithviraj and Murali Gopi. But how they reacted on this cinema, they are now sending ED and other central agencies to destroy this, or to make some difficulties. Yes, Gokulam Gopalan, the ED came. Where did the ED come now? Why they didn't go to the these businessmen, or this kind of cinema people before? Only when they are against BJP, they are sending the central agencies to kill them or to attack them. So this is the fascistic characteristic, we can say so. There are so many examples I am not mentioning. This is the difficult situation in India, very dangerous situation. If all the people who have democracy in mind, if all the people who believe in our independence, or our country's secularism and democracy, they should unite at once. Otherwise, we will be destroyed.